Alright, we're back. So we're going to discuss some of the points that we think are important. Honestly, I'm really glad that they're finally talking about foreign policy, and there's a clear distinction between the foreign policy as discussed by Republicans and foreign policy as discussed by Democrats. That alone, like when Republicans talk about foreign policy, all they ever talk about no, they don't. They talk about the Muslim threat. We have to fight extremism, Muslim extremism. Like the Democrats aren't saying Muslim extremism. No, we're not even talking about diplomacy, as if diplomacy is not even a factor in foreign policy.
Yeah,
like,
this is a person that's going to have to internationally be able to communicate with other countries.
Yes. So,
I love that they put Hillary kind of on the spot, and they asked her what her relationship was with Putin, and she didn't even answer. You see that? She said, interesting. She really
laughing it
didn't
off.
have a real answer, so that was a good question.
I'm glad.
There's a lot of good questions coming in.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that they're finally talking about how diplomacy works with Iran. Do you remember the war drums that were being beat to go to war with Iran? We have to go to war with Iran. People didn't even know why we needed to go to war with Iran. Just like we went to war with Iraq, and people didn't even know why we were going to war with Iraq. They thought that we were going to war with them because we were fighting against them for 9/11 or for Osama bin Laden, when Iraq had absolutely nothing, zero to do with Osama bin Laden and for 9/11. So now they were doing the same thing for Iran, which obviously we don't have any reason to go to war with them, because all we needed to do was talk to them about, hey, what are we going to do about this nuclear development? And guess what? We're reaching great diplomatic relationships, and our relationship with them is thawing, just like our relationship is thawing with Cuba. Diplomacy works. It just works. There's no need to go to perpetual war. The only reason to go to war is to make more profits for the military industrial complex.
I love that they also touched on, I don't know where the question came in from, but in regards to our privacy. And
yes. Finally, they're talking about privacy. Like, should the government have the right to go through the front door, the back door? Let's not even get through the topic of how funny that sounds. But I think that as a country, we have the right to be secure. And O'Malley talked about this.
Yeah, that was important.
We should never, ever, ever, and this is even back to our founding fathers, they said we should never give up liberty for security, ever. Never should you feel like, oh, well, I have nothing to hide. Yeah, you can check me out, whatever you want, because it's not about you. It's not about that type of person. Yeah, you have nothing to hide, fine, but that doesn't mean that because you don't care, you need to care. Some people, honestly, sometimes things need to happen in secret in order to fight corruption.
There needs to be due process all around. There needs to be a system that everybody's following. I want to kind of just wrap it up. This is my last video. And say, you know what? I love Bernie Sanders because he doesn't keep repeating himself unless they make him, because they keep questioning him on the same exact things. He's confident enough and he's objective enough to agree with his fellow candidates, to back them up without attacking them.
Because Hillary's constantly attacking Bernie.
And he doesn't waste any time reiterating things over and over. He knows what he's talking about. He always adds something new to the table.
Yep. Important things that used to be taboo to talk about with politicians, he's now bringing up because he has nothing to lose. He knows that these are topics that he's not owned by anybody. No super PAC is controlling his opinions. Okay, he's not part of the establishment, so he can talk about really controversial topics without any fear. Like he even said, you know, why are we going to war? Why are we putting troops on the ground? Why are we spending so many billions of dollars to go to war? And wealthy countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar are not even contributing even a little bit. They're just like, here, fight this war for us. Are you kidding me? Finally, someone's talking about that.
People who don't feel the burn, you gotta feel the burn.
Feel it. We're going back to the debate.
He's gonna win.
Yes.